It's time to play the Hi Bob game. Simply watch the Bob...
Oh, I wanted to hear what that lady said.
As I was saying, simply watch the Bob Newhart show and count how many times people say Hi Bob.
Well, why don't we start things off?
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Wakey, wakey, England wakey.
Sorry, try again.
Darn it.
Everybody loves the Hi Bob game.
This is the greatest game I've ever seen.
Weeknights at 10:30, 9:30 Central on MeTV.
Hi, I'm John Malos, and welcome to this edition, live on the showroom floor at Ventura TV of Comcast, channel 187 and 43.6. This is Connect with Me. Hey, I got a question for you. Are you tired of your kids lying around on the couch and being lazy, playing on their video games all day? We've got the answer for you. 436 MeTV. Don't forget, hit option 11. Back in a moment. Hey, my thanks again for that big guest yesterday, Tim DeRuyter, the head football coach at Fresno State. He was in here live. He took a phone call or two here on Connect with Me. He did a terrific job. You know, you stop and think about it. Pat Hill won 4 games the previous year, and here Tim DeRuyter comes in with the same team, the same players, and wins 9 games. Co-championship in the Mountain West Conference at 7-1. He's done a terrific job out there. My prediction is he'll be here about 2 or 3 years and he'll go on to bigger and better things. There's no doubt about it. He is a great coach and a great guy to boot. Today we have a very interesting program and 2 great guests as well in their own right. You know, I posed the question, are you tired of your kids being lazy? Couch potatoes, playing video games on their iPads, their iPhones, their whatever they're doing on the couch and with their friends. They're not getting out and getting any exercise, not enjoying life. They're not being responsible. They're talking back to you, and all you want is your kids to grow up, stand up and sit up straight, and be respectful. I have the answer for you today. Let's roll a videotape and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's right, there's a program out there called the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets. What is that, you ask? Well, it's a youth development program sponsored by the U.S. Navy and the Coast Guard. And you know what, my friends? It's been around since 1962. Once your kids join, this will give them the exposure to the U.S. military they may want or need, and they do this through local units and individual hometowns. They go through all the basic training on military and non-military bases. But this is not a recruiting tool for the military. Nonetheless, the cadets claim they can teach these young men and women responsibility and the core values of honor, courage, commitment, self-worth, how to blaze their own path, and how to test their own limits. They also learn how to gain inner strength, how to mature, and the big word that's being tossed around these days, integrity. When these kids first go in, they may lack the confidence they need to succeed, but by the time they graduate, many are ready to conquer, and I mean conquer, the world. Live in our studio right now is Eleanor Savage, Petty Officer First Class, and John Ferretti. He's Lieutenant JG. What does that stand for? It stands for junior grade. Your phone calls are encouraged. 436 MeTV. Remember, turn down the sound on your television. Hit option 11, because if you don't turn that sound down, we won't hear you. So again, I pose the question, are you tired of those couch potatoes raiding your refrigerator and not doing anything about it? We've got the answer. Call in 436 MeTV. Back in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean Dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
I've learned to push myself to limits that I didn't know I could reach. gets them out, gets them involved, teaches them life lessons, gives them tools that they'll use throughout their adult lives.
But they know they can do anything, be met with anything, and pretty much do anything they set out to accomplish.
You find yourself confidence, and you find what you can do because you test your limits here. And once you test your limits, you realize that there are no limits. And Sea Cadets is a great way to do it.
And certainly a nice little 30-second promo, a commercial there promoting the Naval Sea Cadets. There is no question about it. They do produce a lot of great young men and women. We got one right here. Eleanor, good to see you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So you've been in how long?
7 years now.
And you're how old?
I'm 18.
Oh my goodness, you have your whole life ahead of you. You're younger than Lauren, our floor director here. John Ferretti, good to see you again.
John, thank you.
Yeah, very nice of you both to come in. You look very spiffy today. I love those uniforms.
Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
So you saw the commercial. You've seen the commercial like a million times probably. And so is it true? Do they turn the lives around of these young people like Eleanor?
Yes, they do.
Not that Eleanor needed turning around, but you know what I mean.
Yes. We've had many cadets come in not knowing which way to go, and it's given them direction. Their grades have improved immensely. We even help teach them some of their classes if they need it. We have instructors that are teachers. If they need some help with their homework, they'll call them at home and say, hey, I don't know how to do this.
Right.
And they'll...
So those disgruntled parents out there that are just fed up with their kids, okay, mooching off of them, basically is what they're doing. I mean, they're couch potatoes. They don't help around the house. They don't fix their bed. They're on the phone talking to their friends. They leave a mess in the living room. They don't pick up their things. Naval Sea Cadets enter the picture.
Yes, they do.
Can they turn those kids around?
You bet they can.
Not that they're bad kids.
No,
I'm
no,
not saying they're
right,
bad kids.
right.
It's just part of growing up, and you want your kids being responsible. I don't mean to sound so negative, but that's basically what goes on when you have kids.
Right. Some of them just need direction.
Yeah.
When they go through boot camp, they don't have that direction, and when they go to boot camp, they find that direction because they're taught.
So you guys have a boot camp?
Correct.
It's like a military boot camp. Explain that, if you would.
For the Navy Leaguers, it's called orientation. Basically, it's for the 11 to 13-year-olds. It's a week long. It's either at Port Hueneme or San Luis Obispo. Some of them are at Lemoore. It's a little toned down because they're younger cadets.
Yeah.
But they're taught the core values. They're taught basic military discipline.
Mm-hmm.
They're taught how to make their bed.
Yeah.
Just the four corners and drop a quarter on it and see if it bounces. And then...
Hey, we got a call here. Let's take this call real quick.
Sure.
Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
Good morning.
Hey, good to hear your voice today. How's it going? Okay?
Excellent.
All right. What's your question?
Well, actually, with no question, I just wanted to comment, okay, that the Naval Academy, okay, or the Sea Cadets, okay, is a good issue. It's got a correction issue. It's a good program, for kids, okay, and it's good. Get them off the couch, like you said, like that. Teach them motivation, dedication, responsibility. It is a good idea. It really is. And every young man and woman should be ordered to go there if you think about it. Okay, no gangs, no dope, all that kind of stuff. That's what I would think.
That's true. That's true. I mean, do you have kids?
Actually, I do, but she's not ready for that yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
okay.
And also, I'm a retired Army Ranger. So yeah, but I want my child, to grow up right, and I think that the Sea Cadets, the ROTC, all that kind of stuff is an excellent way to keep kids off the streets and everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Hey, I mean, all kids by nature are great kids.
Correct.
By nature, okay? But they eat you out of house and home. Sometimes they talk back, right? So
yeah,
the
you're right.
Naval Sea Cadets enter the picture.
Yeah, well, for me, when I was growing up, that didn't happen. My parents would put their foot in my derriere, so that would never happen. But
yeah,
you can't do that nowadays.
No. You can't do that nowadays because CPS will show up at your house.
Yes.
Yep, bad idea.
Yeah. All right, I appreciate the phone call very much. Thank you for watching, sir. So let me ask you before I rudely interrupted you, John. I apologize for that. If someone is interested, how do they sign their kids up? Where do they go? And what are the age groups? From what age to what age?
Our age groups are 11 to 18. And there is a web page. It's called homeport.seacadets.org.
Say that again, slowly.
homeport.seacadets.org.
Okay.
And it has all the listings of all the units in the United States. There's about 307 units and about 12,000 cadets total in all the United States. So we'd like to...
How many in California would you venture to say?
A little over 3,000 cadets total in the state of California. Most probably only 40 or 50 units total.
Right.
Mostly up in the Bay Area, down in Los Angeles is where we have most of the units.
All right, I know Eleanor here is chomping at the bit to get in here, and just exhale, it's going to be okay. I want to ask you some questions. So tell us, and talk loudly here so we can hear you. What have you learned by joining the Sea Cadets? And now you joined, what, 6, 7 years ago?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. What are some of the great things that you've learned, that they've taught you?
Well, I think one of the most valuable lessons that Sea Cadets could possibly have given me is the ability to push myself and really test the limits of what I think I can do. Because I think most teenagers have no idea what they're capable of until they get out there and try something different and try something new. And for people who aren't going into the military, like myself, it gives you the ability to kind of dip your toes into lots of areas of life that you would never get a chance to experience otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. And so what prompted you to go in? Did your parents want you to go in, or what?
Well, my older brother was one of the couch potatoes, and they were looking for something to get him out of the house on the weekends, and I just figured I'd tag along.
Is that right? And so you took a liking to the Sea Cadets.
I absolutely fell in love with it.
Wow, that's amazing. So what happened to your brother? He lasted for how long? The entire way, or?
He was in for about 4 years, and then he went off to college.
Okay, and so what are your plans?
My plans are to go to college. I'm going to be a pre-med major and hopefully go to medical school.
Oh, that's great. So you think that the Naval Sea Cadets have taught you the discipline and testing your limits and using all these phrases that we use? We're so, used to the phrases that come out of this thing. You think in reality that the cadets have helped you mature and get you ready for that next step?
Absolutely. I think something that it's taught me that I'm definitely going to use in the real world is the ability to follow orders. I mean, so often teenagers have trouble doing what they're told and really following tasks through to the end, but that's what Sea Cadets is all about.
Why do you think teenagers have such a hard time taking orders? Because they like to stand up to authority? Is that part of it? Or?
I think that's part of it, but I think a bigger part of it is the lack of attention span that comes with this generation. I mean, we're so used to getting things right away and having everything done the second that we want it, and we're not used to having to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying to see something all the way through.
It's only an iPhone away.
Exactly.
Don't you know that? In this day and age, this generation is so spoiled, right?
Exactly.
Right. So were you spoiled too before you got in?
I was kind of a tomboy when I was a kid, so when I saw the Sea Cadet program, it looked like a perfect thing for me. Get out, get your hands dirty, have some fun.
Yeah, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, roll your sleeves up, get under the hood.
Exactly.
All right, we're talking with Eleanor Savage. He is a Petty Officer First Class, and John Ferretti. He is Lieutenant JG. We're back with your phone calls. Hey, remember, if you've got some of those lazy kids of yours that are coming home from school, no offense, of course, and they're couch potatoes and they're just sitting around with their iPods and their iPhones, hey, call in, 436-ME-TV. You may want to join them up to the Naval Sea Cadets. Back with your phone calls in a moment.
From now on, when I sneeze, I'll try to sneeze more friendly.
Well, if you want to have your kids join the Naval Sea Cadets, you can call in and find out how. We're going to tell you, obviously, throughout the course of the show here today. We have another phone call. We have Eleanor Savage, John Ferretti in the house today of the Naval Sea Cadets. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you? Hello. How are you? You're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh, I was wondering about, is this the Sea Cadet program?
It is. You're on the air live right now. Go ahead with your question, quick.
I wanted to know, first of all, it used to be when people went into the military, some of the people that got in trouble were offered, time in jail or time in the service. Is that still done?
No, it's not.
Do you know anything about that?
I know what you're talking about, but no, that's not done anymore.
Okay. Now, as far as these kids who go into the Sea Cadets, are they offered any kind of incentive to go into the military, or like anything like an education or anything like that? Other than the education that they get with the Sea Cadets.
Oh, yes, they are. If they attain a certain rank of petty officer 3rd class. When they go in the military, when they come out of boot camp, they're offered E3, which is 3 pay grades above when they first started.
Right.
And if they stay in and get all the way up to Chief Petty Officer and they want to go to the academy, it helps a lot because of that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And there's
okay, thanks.
I just wanted to also let you know that there is scholarships available also.
For the Sea Cadets or for the after they get out?
For the Sea Cadets when they want to go to college.
I see. All right. Well, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the call. I
Bye-bye.
appreciate it very much. So, John, explain this to me now. I'm going to go to a videotape in just a moment, but before we do, I want you to explain how many classes are there? Where do you start? At the bottom, of course.
Correct.
What is that class at the very bottom?
That's a Seaman Recruit. It's the same ranking as the Navy, all the way up to Chief Petty Officer.
Okay, so go through the process here now. So you go from recruit to being a what?
Seaman Apprentice.
Okay, then what?
Then it's a E1.
Okay.
E2, E3, Petty Officer 3rd class, Petty Officer 2nd class, Petty Officer 3rd class, and then Chief Petty Officer.
Okay. Now, Eleanor here is 1st class. What is that? That's a pretty high ranking?
Correct. That's one rate below Chief Petty Officer.
Okay. And so, are they rated by class according to age?
No, what they have to do is time and rank. They have to take tests. There's a book that they have to read. It's called the BMR, Basic Military Requirement. It's about 3 or 4 inches big. And
how many pages would you say it is, Eleanor? That book?
Oh, I have no idea. It's
300-400
a pretty thick
pages?
book, about that big.
Yeah. So maybe a couple hundred, maybe 300 pages?
Oh, it's more than that.
Okay, 400, 500?
Correct.
It's like reading a Harry Potter book?
It's comparable to.
Okay.
But it has all the requirements that when you first go in the Navy, the same ones that the seamen have to wear or read to get their ranking when they come out of the boot camp.
Right.
So the same tests that enlisted personnel take, the Navy Sea Cadets also have to take for their rank.
Right. And what is the percentage that you would venture to say of these kids that go in that in the end they want to join the military? How many would you say?
Well, an exact number I don't know, but I know.
Give me a percentage.
I'd say
10%, 50%.
I'd say
20,
about 25%.
About 25%.
Yeah. I have lots of friends that I've gone through Sea Cadets with that are in the military or retired from the military now and loved it.
Yeah. So, Eleanor, I know you got your mind on other things. You're going to be going to medical school. You're not going to be joining the military. But I want you, the audience, to hear from some of the current Naval Sea Cadets who are already in the program.
I joined Sea Cadets because I know it would give me an opportunity to get a start on what career I would want to take. And it also gives me a chance to see if which branch I want to go into.
And I joined this program so I can learn about the Navy and maybe one day become a part of the Marine Corps.
I joined Sea Cadets because I wanted to know more about the military and my options within the military, and I wanted to help myself to grow strong for when not only if I want to go in the military, but for other jobs, to be responsible, respectful, and many other things, and it will help excel you in life.
This program has really helped me in life by teaching me integrity, respect, and really helped me out in respecting and discipline in my house.
It made me prouder of myself, made myself a leader, and more courageous than I ever was.
I'm going to go into the military. I'm planning on enlisting in the Navy. I want to become a SEAL. So I'm just doing these trainings to get as much practice as I can. I went to basic Navy boot camp like every recruit will. And then after that, you go to advanced trainings and you learn a lot of stuff. Like I'm at land navigation right now, and I'm learning a lot.
Okay, they claim they learn a lot. Eleanor has claimed the same thing. I want to put some graphics up on the screen now. Full screen, let's go with the graphics. Teaching core values at the Naval Sea Cadets. Here they are, guys and girls. Honor, courage, commitment, self-worth, confidence, independence, maturity, and of course the key word, integrity. That word integrity is tossed around quite a bit in that DVD that you guys put out. So let's begin with honor. How do you teach somebody to have honor?
Well, when they go through boot camp, they learn a lot of honor because they have to be honest with themselves if they can make it through this.
Courage? How do you teach somebody to have courage? You either have it or you don't, right? Or
you have it or you don't, but it's presented to them when they're all the classes that they take, all the advanced trainings that they have.
Right.
They're put to their limits.
Commitment. I know you can teach someone to have a commitment. Is that easy to do with these kids?
Oh, it's very easy because we have a lot of trainings that they go to, and we have to commit to going to those trainings. And when they see the types of trainings that they go to, they really want to go to them.
And I would imagine that a lot of kids that go in, I don't know if this was the case with you, lack the confidence or self-worth. You know, maybe they feel like they're not worth much of anything. A lot of kids feel that way for whatever reason, whatever predicament they might be in. How do you teach them that, yes, your life is worth something, you are worth something?
Well, a lot of these trainings that they go to teach that. Like the Navy SEAL cadets that have the training that they go through. Mm-hmm. It's the same training that the regular Navy SEALs go through. It's toned down a bit. It's only 2 weeks long.
Right.
But it's very intense.
Right. And confidence, you can build up somebody's confidence by the way that you treat them.
Correct.
Right.
And they really do that in those classes.
Right. Independence and maturity. Those kind of go hand in hand, do they not?
They do. They really do.
How do you teach those?
Well, basically all through the trainings that they have. There's over 40 different types of trainings for the Navy Leaguers and the Navy Sea Cadets.
Eleanor, I'm not going to ignore you here, but before we go to break, if you look at this list, honor, courage, commitment, self-worth, confidence, independence, maturity, and integrity, could I write your name next to each one of these?
I think the Sea Cadets has definitely instilled each of those values in me.
Really?
Yes.
How long did it take you? Did it take you the full 6-7 years to reach that point, or?
Well, I think it's a journey. I mean, cadets start out getting a little bit of each of these values at a time, and the longer you stay in, the more it builds up.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, right?
Right.
I mean, it takes months, days, perhaps years to instill all of those core values in there. No question about it. Of course, we're talking to Eleanor Savage, John Ferretti, both of the Naval Sea Cadets. If you have a kid that's on the couch that won't get up off the couch, you may want to join them. Enter. Just write their name in. The Naval Sea Cadets will tell you how you can join your son or your daughter. Back in just a moment.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want.
This Amana Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is now just $6.99, and this heavy-duty Maytag Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is only $8.99.
Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
U.S. Naval Sea Cadets are in the house today talking about core values and how you can get your kids off the couch and instill these core values like confidence and honor and commitment and all that kind of stuff and self-worth. We're talking with Eleanor Savage, John Ferretti. Put some more graphics up on the screen and we'll talk about these quickly. Let's go. Let's put them up. Not much time. Structure, discipline, make your own bed. You'd think that would be an easy thing, but it's not. Pick up after yourself. You'd think that would be an easy thing, but it's not. Do the laundry. How difficult can that be? John, talk about these, each of them.
Well, the structure of the Navy Sea Cadets is the same as the Navy. It has a real rigid structure, as Eleanor can attest to.
Is that the key to success, is structure?
A lot of kids don't have structure. They need that focus on. You know, day one to the end of the day, they have to know what to do.
Discipline. Yeah.
A lot of discipline in the Navy. There's a lot of discipline in the Navy Sea Cadets because you have to do yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. We do a class on the structure of the Navy, how to salute, how to march, a close order drill. We have a color guard also,
Right.
as you've seen on the promos and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we've got 3 minutes left, and I want Eleanor to jump in here. Making your bed, that is a very interesting thing that you would think anybody would know how to do. Did you know how to make your bed before you got into the Naval Sea Cadets?
Definitely did not.
Oh, my goodness. How difficult can that be? I tell my kids, fix your bed. I don't know how. How difficult can it be? What didn't you know? What is it? Is it a difficult process? Is there something I'm missing here, John?
Well, it's not about making the bed exactly, making it look neat. It's about the attention to detail.
Oh,
and
okay.
you know, the sheets have to be folded down so much, the corners have to be just so. It's about paying attention to every single detail and not letting a single thing, you know, slip by you.
Pick up after yourself. Did you do that?
No.
Did you know how to do the laundry?
I did not.
You're turning red. You're getting embarrassed. But now you know how to do all those things.
Absolutely.
All right. What are some of the things that the Naval Sea Cadets, some of the programs that they're involved in? Talk about that. Activities that they're involved in.
Well, we're involved in several community activities, such as the Memorial Day ceremony at Memorial Gardens. We're involved in ceremonies for Veterans Day. We do a lot of community service at the Veterans Hospital, the Children's Hospital.
So when I send my kids off for a weekend in San Diego with the Naval Sea Cadets, they're going to be doing what, John?
Are you talking about advanced training?
Yeah.
There's 40 different types of trainings that they could go to. Some of them are
can't list all of them, but just some.
Right. SEAL training, flight, and navigation, seamanship, MAA, which is the policeman, firearms training. There's also ground school if somebody wants to learn how to fly.
Amazing. You teach them how to take down a flag, how to fold the flag.
How to fold the flags, correct.
Yeah, that's important.
Very important.
Yeah, very important. There's no question about it. Any encouragement that you'd like to give to our audience out there, especially kids that might be watching this program?
I would say that if you find yourself with a lack of motivation and a lack of self-worth and confidence, then Sea Cadets is definitely the program for you. It'll give you something that'll, light you on fire and get you going.
Right, and you were saying earlier that 10% of the personnel at Annapolis, Maryland actually were Naval Sea Cadets at one time.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Quickly, almost out of time, a phone number so somebody can call if they want to join.
It's my cell phone number. It's 559 455 8576.
Okay, that's area code 559-455-8576 if you want them to join. Eleanor, thank you much. Got to go. Out of time. John, you guys come back. Hey, a role model right here, ladies and gentlemen. Eleanor Savage. Thank you for being with us. On Monday, John Brodsky, Jennifer Lipp of KMJ Radio. Have a great and blessed weekend, everybody.